Hey everyone, I'm Mike from theparkprodigy.com, and on today's video, we're going to break down 7 epic reasons why you should visit Universal Orlando over Walt Disney World. And Universal does have so much great stuff going for it, such as the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, over to those amazing thrill rides such as the VelociCoaster, and then of course, last but not least, many families just find that a Universal vacation is just more budget friendly. You just get so much more bang for your buck, right? So these are some of the things we're going to break down. I'm not even going to waste time on this video. I'm excited. Let's go get started. Thank you all again so much for checking out this video. Like I said, we're about to break down 7 reasons why you should visit Universal Orlando over Walt Disney World. And one of the reasons why we're creating this video is we know that a lot of families, these are the questions that they're asking, right? You know you're going to Orlando, you just don't know which parks you want to go to. And we just feel like there are some amazing benefits over at Universal that, you need to outweigh your pros and the cons. And that's what we're about to do in this video. So if you are in the process of planning an Orlando vacation and you're not sure if you want to go to Universal Orlando, be sure to stick around to the end of this video because hopefully you will have an answer by the end. Okay, we're starting off with number 1, and I probably could have left this one for last because it might be the most popular reason on the list for a lot of families, but it's very, very simply, Universal Orlando has the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and I'm not overhyping it when I say that it is simply a must-do for any Harry Potter fans that you have in your family. Now, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is an immersive experience which brings families really into the scenes from the movies and the books that you know and you love. Now, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter has 2 lands. We have Hogsmeade over at Islands of Adventure, and then, of course, we have Diagon Alley over at Universal Studios Florida. And then not only that, there are 5 amazing attractions, with the most popular being Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure over at Islands of Adventure, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, which is the ride inside Hogwarts Castle, and then Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts on the other side. But also don't forget about Flight of the Hippogriff, and then of course the Hogwarts Express, which will take you back and forth. And I would say if you are going to Universal and you have that park-to-park ticket, make sure you ride the Hogwarts Express both ways because it's actually a different experience going from one side to the other and vice versa. Okay, but not only do they have amazing attractions, but for the younger witches and wizards, you can take advantage of the interactive wands. You can also go and grab your favorite house robe. You really get a chance to step into, the Wizarding World, and it's one of the reasons why we love Universal Orlando over Walt Disney World. Okay, moving on to number 2, and we have the rules, specifically no park hopping rules. Now, along with the reopening of Disney World, they brought in 2 new rules. They brought in a lot of new stuff, but 2 new rules specifically regarding, A, you have to make park reservations to get into the park, and B, there's a park hopping rule where you cannot park hop until after 2 p.m. if you have a park hopper ticket. Now, just like it sounds, this kind of makes it very, very inconvenient for multiple reasons. If you can't go to another park until 2 p.m., so you're kind of stuck at the park you're starting your day at. But with that being said, the Universal Orlando park hopping system is super easy, and if you want to go to Islands of Adventure from Universal Studios Florida at 10 a.m., you can do that. There are absolutely no constraints when it comes to park hopping, and again, we just feel like this gives families so much more flexibility, and truthfully, if you're going to pay for an upgraded ticket, I think that you really need to have that flexibility. And another tip, we're kind of just giving tips along every single one of these. Another tip that I would say is, as you go, one of the cool things about early park admission is if Universal Orlando, sometimes throughout the year, they will have both parks open for early park admission. If you have that park-to-park ticket, you actually can take the Hogwarts Express during early park admission, meaning that you could park hop as early as 8 a.m. some mornings. Okay, moving along the list and over to number 3, we have the Disney Genie versus the Universal Express Pass. Now, sticking with the new updates to the Disney parks, the biggest controversy recently has been the introduction of the Disney Genie, which replaced that free Disney Fast Pass system. Now, the Disney Genie Plus is a paid feature, and right now it's costing between $15 up to $25 per person per day. And essentially what this does is it allows you to pick one ride kind of per time to go and then skip the line. Now, of course, getting into, the versus, right? The Disney Genie versus the Universal Express Pass. Well, the Universal Express Pass is another paid option as well, and it is significantly more expensive. There's no denying that. However, with that being said, we feel like it's a premium product, but you get a premium service and a result from it. We actually feel like the Universal Express Pass does what it's marketed to do, and it will help you skip the lines. And another reason why we do love the Universal Express Pass over the Disney Genie is you don't have to, make those, you don't have to pick that ride in advance. And it's possible that if you buy the Disney Genie, the rides will sell out. It's not like that at Universal with the Express Pass. You can very simply just go about your day and decide which ride you want to go on the fly. And again, I think if you're paying for a premium product, like you're paying for that flexibility. I mean, I can't, I couldn't even believe that they were charging guests extra and they're also asking families to get up at 7 a.m. to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I just feel like the Universal Express Pass is such a better option for those families who are trying to take advantage of shorter wait times. Okay, so moving on to number 4, and then kind of speaking of, the Express Pass and value and stuff like that, moving over to hotels. Now that we just feel like the hotels give you so much more value, such a bigger bang for your buck. Now, did you know that Universal actually has 3 tiers of hotels? The Universal Value Hotels, such as the Endless Summer Resort, start at $99 per night, while the Disney Value Resort started at $130 per night as of the time of this recording. Now, of course, these prices do change, but you can't deny the price difference there, especially on a per night basis. That can add up very, very quickly. And one of the things we love about the Endless Summer Resorts is they do have a bunch of suite options for the larger families, and you can really get a lot out of those suites as well. Now, of course, when it comes to the premier resorts at Universal Orlando, the minimum is right around $270 per night. And a lot of these premier resorts are in walking distance to the park. And you can't forget the express passes that we just spoke about. They are included absolutely free if you stay at a Universal Orlando Premier Resort. Now, when you're comparing this, let's say, to over at the Polynesian or any of those monorail hotels that are the most popular because they're so close to Magic Kingdom Park, those hotels are going to start around, I would say, around $550 per night. On average, though, you're going to be paying between $650 to like $800 per night for a Disney Deluxe Resort. So you could see that doesn't even come with the Disney Genie Plus. It doesn't even come close. So we just feel like you get so much more out of a Universal Orlando hotel. You get better benefits. You're closer to the parks in a lot of situations. So that is why it made the list at number 4. Okay, so moving on to number 5, and I probably could have just labeled this the VelociCoaster because the VelociCoaster has quickly become one of the most popular thrill rides, roller coasters in the world. Now, this amazing thrill ride did debut in 2021, and it already has a cult following. By far, I'm not even joking, it's by far one of the most popular rides in all of Orlando. Now, specifically, though, number 5, we have to give a huge shout out to the thrill rides at Universal. And as you'll see, what happens is Universal Orlando is kind of just that seamless transition as many families continue to take their Orlando vacations, right? As the kids grow older, you might find that you're starting to look for more of those thrill rides, and that is exactly what Universal Orlando has. Yes, and now, of course, on the flip side, Universal doesn't have many rides for the really young kids. They have a few, but with that being said, it is more of the thrill rides, but they do have some of the best thrill rides in all of Orlando. Like we said, the VelociCoaster. You can't forget Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, which before Disney released the Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Epcot, that honestly, in my opinion, was the best ride in Orlando. And then, of course, you have the Mummy, you have the Hulk Coaster. There's just so many more thrill rides at Universal compared to Disney that it really isn't even close. And we just feel like if that's what is most important to your family, then Universal Orlando makes the most sense. Okay, and we're going to have some fun with number 6, and we do have something that's not even in the parks right now. However, we know a lot of families plan these vacations for years. So if you are in the process of planning a vacation in the upcoming years, you're just not sure when you want to come to Orlando, but you are coming to Orlando, we would say keep in mind that Universal Orlando has a brand new theme park that is set to open up in 2025. And that new theme park is called Epic Universe. And we are so excited for this because this is really one of we haven't received a new park in Orlando in so long. And yes, Disney has been adding some new rides over the past couple years. But with that being said, we haven't gotten a new park like this in a very, very long time. And the other cool thing is it's going to bring so many new characters and so many new themes to Orlando, such as Nintendo World. So if that seems like something that you will definitely want to experience, if you are a big Super Nintendo fan, you're definitely going to want to stick around. Keep watching those Park Prodigy videos until 2025, as we will surely have a lot more information as it is released. Okay, and then last but not least, I think this is such an important aspect to consider when you're planning an Orlando vacation. And we would say the size of Universal Orlando is so much more beneficial than Disney. And again, Universal has 3 main theme parks. They have Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios Florida, and of course Volcano Bay. And one of the reasons why I think that this is such an important thing to consider is very, very simply, you can just get a lot more done in a shorter amount of time as a family. And I think again, when you just sit down and you look at the goals, and one of the main reasons why families are coming to Orlando, they're coming to spend time together and have an amazing time. And I just think that over at Disney, there's so much going on that it could be very overwhelming. And really, you can't get, the 3 days is not enough. 4 days is not enough. With that being said, though, I think 3 days at Universal, you can get a ton done. And yeah, it is enough. Like if you have a great park plan, you'll get on everything you want to get on. And I think that, again, when you just look at it, like that's the goal. Families are trying to, and in the day and age we live in, where everyone's on the go and it's moving fast, right? You're trying to just get away and get those memories in and get a lot done on your vacation. And I feel like you can do that so much more at Universal versus Walt Disney World, and it's really just more relaxing. Disney is twice the size of Manhattan, right? You have to really plan, and if you're going from one park to another, it's a fiasco, and you have the strollers and everyone's tagging along. It's not like that at Universal, especially with the two main theme parks. They're within walking distance to each other, and I'm not over exaggerating that. It's really like a 5-minute walk. Or if you have that park-to-park ticket, you take the Hogwarts Express. I just feel like that's the whole purpose of a vacation. You want to just be relaxed, and I just feel like it's just more relaxing at Universal. Not only that, you just get so much more done in a shorter amount of time at Universal, which just works for a lot of families. Okay, so that is the list, guys, from 1 all the way up to 7. Those are some of the epic reasons why you should visit Universal Orlando over Walt Disney World. I hope that you might have learned a thing or two. I hope that you kind of see, hey, these are really, really different parks and experiences. I love both. I think that both, do some amazing things. Both, kind of outshine others in certain situations. But these are just some of the ways that we feel like Universal outshines Disney. And again, I really, really appreciate everyone checking out this video if you've made it all the way to the end. If you are in the process of planning a Universal or a Disney vacation, just be sure to go subscribe to our channel. If you did find this video helpful, that is, as we do have a lot more videos in the upcoming weeks that we will be releasing regarding Disney and Universal. I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you again so much. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.